Good morning class 8B. How are you all? So in the previous video we had discussed how a body can be charged and what happens when two bodies are rubbed against each other. We have studied various examples like plastic chrome, nylon shirt, a mirror, a plastic pen, and then we studied about the electrostatics, that all these phenomena happen because of electrostatics. Now in this video we will study different ways by which the body can be charged. Here are three methods by which you can charge a body. First method is called charging by friction. You have already studied your chapter friction. When does the friction happens? When basically friction occurs when two bodies are made to rub against each other. Suppose you rub two bodies, then the two bodies will acquire different charges. For example, suppose I rub this pencil with this paper, just for an example, and I will rub these two, so these two bodies will be charged by friction. So for example, if I will rub these bodies, so one of the body will get a positive charge and other body will acquire a negative charge, and these two bodies will attract each other, because you have studied earlier also that opposite charges attract each other. As this pencil and paper is having opposite charges, so these two will attract each other. Next method is charging by conduction. Conduction means, suppose when you be in contact or touch anybody. For example, suppose this pencil is a charged body. Suppose I am saying this pencil acquires a positive charge, and this paper is neutral in nature. It doesn't carry any charge. So if I will touch this pencil with the paper is neutral. It is having equal amount of positive and negative charges. It is neutral in nature. But if I will touch this charged body with this paper, the paper will acquire the same charge as this pencil is carrying. That is, charge from the pencil will get transferred to the paper, and charging by this method is called charging by conduction. The next method in this is charging by induction. Now what happens in induction is, in induction you don't touch anybody. Okay, you don't have to touch a body. Say for suppose, again I am giving an example. Suppose this is my pencil which is positively charged, and this paper is neutral in nature. It is not carrying any charge. So I will brought this pencil in contact with this paper, but will not touch this paper. Okay, I will just bring this in contact with it. Now what will happen if I will bring this in contact with it? Let me explain you how. Suppose this is my rod or a pencil which is having a positive charge, and I am bringing it close to any object which is neutral. Now neutral means it is having equal amount of positive and negative charges. When I will brought this body in contact, not in touch, only in close contact, I'm not going to touch this. So what will happen? All the negative charge of this neutral body will come closer to the rod, and positive charge will be drift apart. So this body will be charged by induction. It will acquire, my rod was having a positive charge. Now this side of the paper has become negative charge. Okay, but this negative charge will only be there till this rod is in contact with this body. If you will remove this rod, it will lose its charge and again become neutral. Suppose if I will touch this body, the charge will flow to my body and then to the earth, and the body will get discharged. And this method of discharging the body is called earthing. Like, see, the flow of electric charge from a charged body through a conductor, it can be a human body or a metallic wire, to the earth, making the charged body neutral. Now the charged body will not have any charge. This is earthing or grounding. All our appliances at homes have been fitted with this earthing thing, earthing or grounding. It saves electrical appliances from electric short circuit and everything. Excess of current, excess of charge flows back to the earth. Okay, now there is one electroscope which is called gold leaf electroscope. This gold leaf electroscope was invented by Abraham Bennett, and this gold leaf electroscope helps to determine whether my body is charged or not charged, and if it is charged, then it can also tell how much charge it is carrying. Is the charge greater, charge lesser, and what type of charge is the body carrying, a positive charge or a negative charge. Now what is this? There is a glass jar in which this rod is fitted, in which there is gold leaves. There are thin strips of gold. We know gold is a very good metal. Now there is a cap here at the top, and on the cap a metal strip is placed, because metal is a good conductor of electricity. Now say for suppose you touch any body with this, the charge from that body will flows down to the gold strip. Suppose my body is negatively charged, so then this metal cap will transfer this negative charge to the gold leaves, and gold leaves will drift apart. They will drift apart. Why they will move at a distance from each other? Because both the leaves are carrying the same charges, negative, and negative and like charges repel each other. So and farther the leaves will be apart, the greater the magnitude of the charge is there. Now say this is how gold leaf electroscope detect whether the body is charged or not charged. Okay, thank you students.